Okay. There we go. YouTube going, TikTok going. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Been going live again recently for the first time, and first time consistently in a long time. I used to go live every week for a couple of years. And then I just stopped. And now I'm going live again, I guess, here and there. Fix this YouTube stream. All right. What's up, everybody? Does anything resonate with you in the background? What's up, my friend? Lost in the sauce. What's happening? Good to see you. Professor Rick. How's it going? Wait and see if anybody gets on that wants to interact. For the first time, I'm trying this, I saw it at Target, Trip Mindful Blend. Never heard of it, but it's supposed to be like a calming drink. What does it have in it? It's got like, it says Mindful Botanicals. Lion's mane. Oh, that's good stuff. Magnesium, L-theanine, ashwagandha. And it's got some chakras on the front, so I like that too. Yo, what's up, Bustin? How's it going, my friend? Just jumped on spontaneously, of course. But this is like, is this, no, I guess technically my last live was last week, over the weekend, I suppose. I was thinking maybe 2 lives in 1 week. Be a record for a while now. I just finished, I just finished recording a guided meditation that I had to submit in the class that I'm taking. It's so awkward recording yourself guiding a meditation. It's a little awkward. It can be, I guess. It wasn't too awkward, but it was a little bit awkward. Oh yeah, thank you. So I decided to take this meditation teacher training course. It's been amazing. It's been incredible. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I've been practicing meditation consistently this year. I've been journeying through Eastern wisdoms, and I've been journeying through Eastern wisdoms, Zen Buddhism, Taoism, Advaita Vedanta, the non-duality philosophies of the East for years and years. But, I really just started consistently meditating, having a practice of meditation this year. And it really has been transforming. I absolutely love it. And so I decided to take this meditation teacher guide course. And it's been phenomenal. It's been really, really good. Do you believe in any, oh, that sounds incredible. I want to learn how to guide and do it at work. Yeah, that's awesome. See, I'm a teacher as well, so I can kind of incorporate this, at least the mindfulness, I would never talk about specific philosophies in class, but I would, yeah, parrots, I see it busting. But I can incorporate the mindfulness practices, for my students if they're interested. Do you believe in any kind of higher power? Well, I don't believe anything. There's no need to believe anything. And I say this on almost all of my lives because I always get asked, what do you believe? And I don't label myself anything. I'm not this or that or whatever. I have no labels. People may label me, but I personally don't label myself. And I don't believe anything because beliefs are unnecessary. Believing has to do with everything but the present moment. You only have to believe in something, believe something, if you are not fully aware and in direct experience with the present moment. That's what belief is. Belief is like, okay, this isn't enough. This moment, this present moment isn't enough for me. The now isn't enough. I need something else out there, something external, something separate from me. And that's what belief is. Belief is absolutely unnecessary. You don't have to believe anything. You can drop all beliefs. Any and every belief that you hold, you can drop it and exist without it. And in fact, you can exist well off without it, being fully, directly aware of the present, of the now, which has nothing to do with beliefs. So that's my spiel on beliefs. Beliefs are unnecessary. You don't have to believe in anything. So if you will just drop beliefs and become awareness itself right here in this moment, because what you are is existence. You are this present moment. There is nothing outside of this moment. Nothing exists outside of this moment. There is nothing. There is only existence here, now. This ever-present engulfing experience that you're having it's all that you experience. All that you experience is the present moment. You are not experiencing the past right now. You're not experiencing the future right now. You're not experiencing anything except the present moment. And that's all that there is. You may think thoughts about the future or think thoughts about the past, but you're just thinking those thoughts in the present moment. That's all that there is. You are here now. There's nothing you can do about it. And belief just has to do with not being aware of that truth. Hey, Christopher. What's up, my friend? Thank you. Where did we come from? Well, see, that is a question that's coming from your presuppositions that we must have come from somewhere. But we don't come from anywhere as though we're put into this existence. What would exist outside of existence? If there is existence, what could possibly be outside of existence? If we, I've heard Alan Watts put it this way. We didn't come into this world. We grew out of it like an apple grows out of an apple tree. That's one way to think of it. But really, the truth is, we don't come into this world because, really, the question is coming from the ego, right? You believe that you're a separate entity apart from everyone else around you, apart from everything else around you. You think that you are separate, this little soul or this little individual that is completely cut off from their surrounding. And that's an illusion. That's the illusion of separation. We believe in separation. We think we're separate from everything around us, and we're not. We are everything around us. We are one and the same as everything around us. Everything is energy. I have this drink and I'm holding this can. This is energy, right? This is energy. Matter is energy. All that exists is energy. So from that point of view, everything is energy, and you are not there's no separate energy here and separate energy there. It is all this flowing process of cosmic energy, and that's what you are, that's what I am, that's what everything is. And when I say I and you, I'm going to use finger quotes because you separately don't exist. I separately don't exist. We don't even exist because we're talking about we as individuals. What exists is existence itself. It's existence. It is what is. It's the ocean of being, and all of us little waves, right? You're a little wave and you believe you're separate from the ocean, and you're not. Waves aren't separate from the ocean. Waves are simply the ocean waving. It's the energy of the ocean on the surface, right? So you've got this vast, enormous ocean, and there are waves happening on the top of it. You believing that you are a separate little individual that's been put into this world. You know, you've come from somewhere else. That's like a wave going, where did I come from? I came from somewhere else. Someone put me into this ocean. And it really isn't so. You are the ocean. You're not separate from it. And that's existence. You are existence. You are existence waving. You're the ocean of being waving. And waves aren't separate from the ocean. You are the ocean. And so if you could wake up to your true nature, your true identity, who you really are behind that little mask of ego. You think you're this little ego separate entity, and you're not. If you could rip that mask off and see right behind that mask that who you really are is not the little ego, but you are existence itself. That's who you really are. Existence playing the part of you, playing the part of me. It's little waves on the surface of the ocean. So there's no need to believe anything. There's no need to have a God or a creator or anything like that. All of those things are human imagination. Human imagination at work. This God, that God, it's all belief. So the green screen. It's all belief. It's all belief. Beliefs in the beliefs of ancient human beings for the most part. And you don't need any of that. And I don't judge any of that. I don't judge you for your belief in these superstitions. It doesn't matter to me. And it doesn't mean, thank you, Christopher, that you are, it doesn't mean that you are less intelligent or anything like that. No judgment at all from me. But I see through it. I've been there, I've done that, and I see through it. Belief is utterly unnecessary. Utterly unnecessary. Thank you. Bustin'. Our superstitions are real because they are one and nothing is separate. It's all the activity of existence. And that's why you can't judge it. I don't look at, two birds fighting outside or squirrels fighting or whatever. I don't watch my cat outside catching a lizard and judge that and go, oh, that's horrible. Why would you do that? It's nature. It's existence doing what existence does. It's nature doing what nature does. And so people believing things, it's just, it's the play of energy. It's the play of nature. It's the play of existence. And so you can't judge it. Now, religion causes, thank you, so much suffering and separation in the world. I mean, it is the root cause of suffering in the world, a lot of it, because it's founded on this idea, this illusion of separation. You have God being separate from the creation. That's where it all begins, right? That's where that illusion begins. Thanks, Raymond. You have God separate from the creation. And that means we're separate from God. And then we're separate from the rest of creation. And it's just, it's human imagination. You've never had a God show up at your door, knock on your door, and introduce him or her or themselves. You have never had that happen because all of it is human imagination. And I'm not judging you for it. There are millions upon millions of people who are accepting those things because everyone always has. But they simply aren't true, and they are unnecessary. Thanks, Raymond. That one's awesome. The hat and mustache. Purify yourself. There's nothing to purify. That is a human concept. And if you, thank you, Raymond, I appreciate that. If you can drop that concept of you being sinful or dirty and needing purification, you will find that it is all nonsense. You're not impure. In fact, in the grand overarching scheme, when you can zoom out enough to see the entire existence at once, you will see that there is nothing pure or impure. There is nothing holy or unholy. There is nothing good or bad or righteous or sinful. All of those things are simply human concepts. We have come up with those things. We as human beings have come up with those ideas. Those are human concepts. Again, you don't look out in nature and see a lion, eating a gazelle and go, that is horrible. That's murder. No, because that's outside of our human realm of morality. We have come up with those things. Those are human concepts. Yeah, we are the divine, exactly. That's one way to put it. That's one way to put it. Stay present, find your truth, and walk it. Yeah, stay present. And it's people don't realize, I think one thing, so it's perfectly valid, and we always say, and I say it too, be here now, be in the present. But really, there is no other place you can be than the present. You can't be in the past, you can't be in the future. You are only always in the present. It's all that exists. All that exists is the present moment. This moment right here, right now. This is existence. And existence is the whole thing. And you aren't separate from it. You are it. You are existence. That's the real you. That's the real you. Thank you, Lindsay. You are it. You are existence. That's the real you. That's the real you. Thank you, Lindsay. We don't often see a lion eating a lioness. That's what had me so confused for so long. But it happens. But yeah, no, there are certain species that are cannibalistic, and there are certain species that aren't. You see a praying mantis eating its mate after every mating session, But that's, it's, the point is, it's nature doing what nature does. It isn't right or wrong. It is the happening of existence, the play of existence, the play of cosmic energy. It's energy playing in this way and that. And I use the term play lightly. I don't mean that it's like, running around playing. It's just, it's the flow, the inseparable process of energy at work. It's nature at work. I can hear your thoughts. They're not yours. They are programming. Dude, you're confused. Well, I don't expect you to not think that. So it's okay. And one day, perhaps one day, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But I don't know that you will, but it's okay. It's okay if you don't. I don't judge you. The dance of life. Yeah. Show me that though exist. Show me that though exist. I'm not sure what you mean. Dance of life, roller coaster. The dance of life. Exactly. Yes, I love that. That's, yeah. The dance of life. And Alan Watts has said, the point of dancing isn't to get to the last step, to the end. That would be crazy. The point of dancing is dancing. The point of the dance is dancing. And that's what we do here. We're not trying to get somewhere else. Here, now is where it's at. This is existence itself right here, right now. The present moment is all that there is. And there is nowhere to be. There's nowhere else to be. There's no heaven to be. Stoic. I know that you believe that, and it's okay. And I don't judge you for that. But we don't have to get there. We don't have to get somewhere else in the future outside of this life or existence. Be here now, and if you can awaken to what is, which is this moment, and you can awaken to the witness that is, like the awareness that is, you can actually get behind the ego, get behind the conceptual thinking, the conceptual mind, get behind the thought. And someone said if you could hear your thoughts, something about if you can hear your thoughts, you can actually watch your thoughts. You can watch your thinking. You can observe and witness and be aware of your thinking. And that tells you that what you aren't is your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. You are what's behind your thoughts. You are what's aware of your thoughts. That awareness that is beyond thought. That's who you really are. That's what you really are. We're not our thoughts, The ego is thought. And if you sit and try to watch your thoughts and just really try to be aware of your thoughts, you're going to notice how insane you really are, how crazy your brain, your mind really is, because your mind, you have no idea how active your mind is. You really don't, because you just focus on one little thing at a time. Your mind is constantly firing off thought after thought after thought after thought after thought. And it's what they call the monkey mind in like Zen Buddhism and things like and philosophies like that. The monkey mind, because it's jumping all over the place all the time. It's crazy. And if you identify with your thoughts, you're identifying with that insanity, and that's really not who you are. You are beyond human concept. You're beyond human beliefs. Stoic. I know you don't believe me, but you really are. And I don't want you to believe me. You can experience this. Just drop it all. Just drop it all. Drop God, that belief, that imaginative belief. Drop the beliefs that you hold about heaven or hell or whatever it is. Drop all of those beliefs. Just drop them on the floor. Let them go and be here in this moment, right here, right now. Not needing anything else right out there, because you don't need anything out there. You don't need a God. If God suddenly, the whole concept of God just suddenly disappeared in an instant right now, life wouldn't change. Nothing would change about reality and existence. Nothing. It would go on as it's going on now. It's unnecessary. But if you can get beyond that and drop that and just be here now, in this moment, you would at some point discover that this is it, and that you aren't the madness, you aren't the insanity going around up here. You are what's behind that. You're the awareness of it, because you can witness it. You can watch it. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to some people, but it's experientially true. Heaven and hell are rewards for your actions as well. That's just a belief. That's a belief. Like you don't, that's a belief that you are holding on to. It has no factual basis. I mean, there's no factual ground to that belief. Those are simply human concepts, and you can drop those and you don't need them anymore. We need God because the devil is the ruler of this world, temporary versus eternal. But those are beliefs as well, and no judgment. I'm not judging you for that, but you're saying it, and so I'm responding to it. That is simply a belief. I know, my mental... I know. Sherry, I know without a doubt. No, you believe without a doubt, and you probably do doubt. But even if you don't doubt, let's say you don't doubt, which is probably, I'm just going to, okay, let's say you don't doubt. You believe without a doubt is what you mean, because you don't know, because you don't see God. You don't see, I'm assuming you're probably, I don't know, heard his voice. Okay. See, a lot of people claim to hear all kinds of different voices. And so I would caution you, and I would just drop those imaginative thoughts, drop them, and learn to live in reality, which is this present moment, here, now. Taught me that each assertion contains its opposite. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. And you said, two sides each coin. Yeah, it's like you're not here to argue, but Christians are here to argue. That is typically what happens. And that's okay. I don't judge you for that, guys. I've been there. I know where you are. I know what you're going through. I've had those very same beliefs at one point for a long time in my life. I'm not a mod. You should be. I didn't remove any mods. Oh, I'm messing up my stream here. Can I see? Can I see the mods in real time? Settings, maybe? Moderators? Yeah, you're a mod. Did I your mute account? Yeah, you can do it all. You have. Hey, what's up, Seven? You have full power. You have all the power. Life is so much better without religion, right? And that's why I say it's totally unnecessary. Not only is it unnecessary, it's only until you drop those unnecessary beliefs will you find the peace that you are looking for that surpasses all understanding, which is what a lot of religions promise, right? It says I'm not a man. Oh, that's weird. No, I have to. Yeah, I just looked at it. You are totally a mod with all control. I don't think I can if I wanted to, and that's okay. No, I know that's okay. It's okay, Sherry. I'm not here to. I'm not here to try to get you to stop. I'm just responding to your comments and responding to others' comments. Love your wave picture in the background. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've had that for a while and I love it. The Great Wave. I don't think I'll ever be unconvinced of monotheism. That's okay. I'm not trying to unconvince you. I'm just speaking what I have experienced. Separation is an illusion. Exactly. Yeah, thanks, my mental. Love you, my friend. Good to see you. I remember when I put my teddy bears away. Monotheism is, one creator, one God, some external God or being that created everything else. A monotheism, one God, one. So as opposed to like polytheism, many gods or something like that. Thank you for the rose. Yes, exactly. And as somebody just said, separation is an illusion. And that is the great illusion, the illusion of separation. We are not separate from anything else. Thank you, Claire. We are not separate from anything else. We are not separate from this moment. We are not separate from each other. We are not separate from anything around us. We're not separate from our environment. We have imagined that separation. It's human concept at work when we imagine ourselves to be these separate little entities running around. Thank you for the gifts. Separate from everything else. That's just an illusion. We are all existence itself. We are all the ocean of being, waving as me and you and dogs and cats and birds and couches and cans of drinks and shirts. We're the ocean of being, waving as all of these things, the cosmic energy of existence, taking the form of all these swirling in forms of books and TVs and people and ants. That's what we are. We are that energy. We are that existence. We are that. That's what we are. Behind the illusion of separation, we take this mask of the ego off. We take the mask of the ego off, and what do we see behind it? But existence itself. Awareness of everything that is going on. Awareness that is undifferentiated. Awareness that doesn't make distinctions between me and my dog, but awareness that just watches, observes, hears, sees. It's seeing itself, hearing itself. That's what you really are. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Almost named them all. I am aware of Jesus Christ in my life. Well, that's a belief. You're not aware of it because it doesn't really exist, and I'm not judging you, but you said it, so I'm just going to respond to it. You are believing that Jesus Christ is in your life, and it is simply that, just a belief. It's not awareness of anything that's real. It is a belief that Jesus is in your life. And that belief is based on the ancient beliefs of ancient human beings, because Jesus has never, and I mean this with all respect, it may sound disrespectful, and I don't mean it that at all. I don't mean it like that at all, but Jesus has never knocked on your door, and he never will, because it is impossible. And it's just true. And I really, honestly, I don't mean this to offend you. I really don't. You said it, I'm responding to it. And the truth is that there is no creator or separate God or entity out there. That's totally unnecessary. It's only human concept. It's human belief, and you don't need it, and you can drop it, and you can just be. So what created us? So that is a question that is also, and we talk about this all the time, my mental, and thanks for the question. That is also a human concept, right? The concept of, we must be created by something. But why must we? Why? Because we have imagined that we must, right? And I've heard people talk about the Eastern way of thinking versus the Western way of thinking. So many Eastern children, like Chinese children, at least ancient, would have asked their parents, and I've heard Alan Watts say this, I've heard different people say this, how did I grow? Not how was I made? Whereas a lot of Western children might ask their parents, how was I made? As opposed to Eastern saying, how did I grow? And that is a fundamental difference in thinking, where we're growing out of existence because we are like an apple growing out of an apple tree, right? We are part of that tree. We are that tree growing from it, growing out of it. The apple falls and it's still part of the same existence, and it becomes the earth, and it becomes part of another tree perhaps, or whatever. And it's just this ever flowing, inseparable existence, right? That's always moving and changing and flowing, but it's one existence. It's one existence. Whereas in the Western way of thinking, they may ask, how was I made? And in that way of thinking, they're thinking, wait, somebody put me together like a mechanical, like a robot. Somebody has pieced me together, or somebody has put me into this creation, because they think of it as a creation. And there must be somebody out there that is putting me together, these pieces of me together. And it's just human concept. It's all human concept, really. I mean, asking any of those questions, how did I grow? How was I made? Is human concept. And so really, we don't have to even ask those questions at all. Notice that those questions take you out of the present moment. And that's the point. When I say, who made us? Who created us? What I'm doing now is I'm going into human concept, which takes me out of the present moment, which puts me in the egoic mind, because the ego is trying to find out these questions, because the ego needs to know why, how, what. But the ego is the cause of suffering, isn't it? Because those questions cause suffering. Why can't I figure out the answer to this question? I have to know who created me. I have to know what's out there, and that causes suffering. It causes anxiety. And when you can drop those questions totally and not have any questions really, and just be in what is, and what is right here, right now. There's nothing else besides this present moment. There's nothing outside of this moment. You don't have to have the answers to the big questions. You don't have to ask the big questions. We all feel like we have to ask the big questions, and maybe we do it because it's fun, and that's one thing. But when we do it because we just have to know, that's the root of our anxiety. That's a cause of suffering. And if we can just go, okay, it is what it is. There is existence, and existence is a mystery. Even just coming to that is a point of freedom. Accepting the mystery of what is, accepting the mystery of existence itself, and saying, okay, it's mystery. I don't have to fill in the gaps with beliefs about gods and beliefs about creators and beliefs about Muhammad's and Jesus's and Joseph Smith's and all these people. I don't have to latch on and be attached and need those kinds of beliefs. because I can let go and be okay with the mystery of what is. And at that point, you've reached a level of freedom that many people don't reach. And it's hard. It's hard when you are, I say trust yourself. Yeah. Trust yourself, because when you tap into your true self, your true nature, your true identity as existence itself, then you have intuition. You begin to have real intuition, because you're fully aware of what's going on around you. You're watching it. You're witnessing it. You're observing it. You're aware of it. And then you can trust your intuition. Your intuition is this spontaneous happening that is going on with everything around you, because it is you. Everything around you is you. Okay, I know I missed a lot of radical acceptance. Yeah, radical acceptance. Talking to Ramdas about this live right now. It is okay to question things. It's how you get your conclusion beliefs. The very thing that we don't need is belief. What are your thoughts on prison Earth theory? I'm guessing that I feel like I'm so close to figuring it out. What are your thoughts on prison Earth theory? Who said that? I've never heard of that, but I'm guessing it's that, we're here, Earth is like a prison. I don't know. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. That Earth is a prison and we're trapped souls here or something like that. Is that... I've never heard prison Earth theory, but I mean, if I'm just using context clues, I would say it must be something about this Earth being a prison of souls or something. Am I right? Or I'm not sure. Let me see if I can pull up my browser or something and try to look it up. I highly recommend you check it out. Yeah. Let's see. Let me. What is prison Earth theory? Is that what it was? I think the purpose of existence is to have an experience. Yeah, existence is experience. There's an invisible force that in Earth that keeps things from floating away. The prison Earth theory is a fringe metaphysical conspiracy. Earth is not our natural original home, but rather a prison. A prison or trap for souls or consciousness. It appears in various forms across different belief systems, and interpretations vary depending on the source. But here are the core ideas often associated with the theory. Earth as a soul trap, false light or afterlife trap, simulation or artificial reality, amnesia and control, goes deeper than that, escape or liberation. Sources: Gnostic texts, David Icke, Robert Monroe, The Matrix. I don't know, I've never heard of it. It sounds familiar now that I'm reading about it. Liberation involves awakening, seeing through the illusion. But what is the illusion? I wonder what that they're referring to. And avoiding the reincarnation trap after death. Practices vary. Some advocate meditation, gnosis, inner knowledge, or refusing the light after death. Oh, that's interesting. No, I've never heard of that. As a theory, some kind of unified theory. Dolores Cannon, I have, but I don't. Dolores Cannon, yes, I have. Is she a non-dual teacher? Hey, Steve, thank you. We assign the emotion to the experience. Right. Yeah, my mental, exactly. It's God or eternal fire. That's a belief right there. We assign an emotion, right? We let our emotions run away. And instead of just The thing is, we have a sensation, we have an experience, and then we judge that experience as pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, or something like that. And we're practicing right now is believe. What you were practicing right now is believe. Which one? So we assign, or so we assign an emotion to experience. We assign it as pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, basically. And then our emotions are either, happy, sad, angry, blah, 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 right? And that is, but we can go beyond that. We can go beyond those emotions. And the way to go beyond those emotions is to become the witness or the watcher of those emotions and not identifying with those emotions. So you're watching as anger starts to arise. You go, there it is. Oh, there's anger. Hello, I see you. Look at that. There's anger arising. It's rising like a wave, but it's also impermanent. So it's going to fall like a wave and it's going to go back and to where it came from, or just disperse. Or it's a cloud passing through the sky. You are the sky. It's passing through the sky of awareness. You are awareness. And so you say, oh, there it is. There's sadness, depression, anxiety. There are those emotions. Look at those clouds passing. But you know what clouds do? They pass by, they disperse. They're impermanent. They float on by and out the other side, and they're gone. And so if you can witness that and watch that and be aware of the impermanence of those emotions, be aware of the impermanence of all of those clouds and all of those waves. They rise and they fall, they come and they go, and they morph and they change and they take this shape and that shape. And they may be beautiful or they may be ugly or whatever, or threatening. And then they pass, and you're just a watcher. You're watching them pass. Unattached, unaffected. But, if it is very easy to get led by your emotions, admittedly. But you always return. You return to who you really are. So, okay, I'm the sky. I'm awareness. And a cloud of anger comes in. And I suddenly identify with that cloud of anger. And I hang on to it. And I get angry. And I act out in anger. And then at some point, though, I go, wait a minute. Look what I just did. And that's okay because I'm human. And I attached to that cloud of anger. I attached to that emotion of anger. How interesting. How interesting. So let me let that thing go. Let me let that cloud pass. It's impermanent. I'm going to breathe as awareness, as the sky. So we don't have to attach to those, but we do, and we can just watch. And if you get attached to 1,000 emotions in one day, well, you get attached to 1,000 emotions in one day, and it's okay. You let them go when you realize, you become aware. That's what awareness is. That's what mindfulness is, right? Mindfulness is remembering who you really are. Mindfulness is remembering that, oh, wait, I'm the awareness behind these clouds of emotion. I'm the awareness. I'm the ocean of being that is waving on the surface. And I can just wait for that surface to... Alan Watts said the best way to clear muddy water is to leave it alone. I'm the ocean. If I just relax, just rest, just breathe, then the surface will begin to be calm. Teach my clients mindfulness based because, nice, that's awesome. Very, very cool. Everything everywhere all at once. Yes, exactly. What a crazy movie too, huh? I find the more I'm aware, the less I speak. Yeah, for sure. And when you do speak, you're aware of it. It's almost as though you're watching it. You speak as awareness, right? The words and the thoughts, even the thoughts are happening in awareness. Awareness is behind those things all the time as the sky is behind the clouds. Hey, Tasha, what's up? How's it going? Good to see ya. I've been on for 45 minutes. Where have you been? No, I'm joking. I take time to experience everything before I speak. Yeah, and that's good. And what that means is you're aware of what's happening. You're aware of the experience. You're watching it, and you're just observing it, right? Observe it. And then if words come, then speak the words. If they don't, then don't. But if you do, you can trust your brain, you can trust your body, you can trust those things to function as well. And the more that you're aware, the more you can trust your brain and the body and all of that stuff. The more that you're aware, the more that you are identifying with awareness itself, which is what you really are. The more that you're identifying with awareness itself, the more that you can trust your brain, your words, your body, your actions. Yeah. People get annoyed because they get lost in it. I've got a little bit left. Once I'm out of this, I'm probably going to go to bed. It's supposed to calm you. I like it. It tastes really good. Yeah, miss you guys. Miss you, Tasha. I often choose to say less. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I miss you, Tasha. I've been going live here and there spontaneously. I think this is like my third or fourth live this year. But we are in June. But I went live over the weekend. So this is the first time I've gone live super close together in a long time. What's up? School is out. School is out for summer. School's out. Not forever, but it's out for the summer. And now I'm working on the beach. You were going live a lot. Nice, man. Bustin' always send them, but we were out on the town the other day. Unfortunate, priorities, Stacia. You should have gotten up in the middle of your dinner at the restaurant and said, "Whoa, we got to get home right now because Rick is alive." Taking time. Yeah, I take time off. Yeah, all the time. Working on the beach. Yeah, my cabana business should have been there, Rick. My cabana business. I have Island Time Cabanas. I'm on TikTok too with Island Time Cabanas. But if you go to islandtimecabanas.com, that's my business as well. So that's my summer business. Although it's active all year round. Missed a good one. Yeah, islandtimecabanas.com. That's my beach business. So you can, when people come here to Galveston's like a tourist town. It's an island, so everybody, in Texas and I don't know. It's not like Florida or anything like that, but a lot of people come here. We get it's a tourist town, so we get there's a lot of tourist industry. And so people go online and they reserve a cabana, whatever they want, tell us where they want it, all that kind of stuff. And we go. My business goes and sets it up for them so they don't have to. It just alleviates all the work on the part of the tourist. I mean, I can get down there someday. Yeah, do it. Do it. What's up, Vic? What's happening? Haven't been too bad. No, they haven't been too bad. There were more tonight than have been anytime I've gone live this year. But I did add just a little bit of spice at the top. I've been not being spicy at all until, really this weekend and today. But Vic, you just got here. I've been on 50 minutes, almost an hour, and I have to get up for Cabanas tomorrow, so I'm not going to be on much longer. I want to say this is my fourth live this year. I went live January 1st, I think. Okay, I will. I'll text you. Each time I catch your lives, you seem so free and happy. Thank you. I love this for you. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate that. I was telling somebody the other day, inner peace is real. It really is. because I was talking to somebody the other day and I was like, you still like you're human. You still have human experience. Human experience is real too, and you go through all the emotions and you get angry and you get sad and you worry and all those kinds of things. But there is the existence or the truth of inner peace. Like you can all kind of like when I was saying earlier, if you were on. You return to that knowledge of who you are. You return to the present moment. You return to, this and that. You return to your awareness. You return to, not your awareness, but awareness itself. You return to the knowledge or the true identity of who you are. And it's not the little ego. It is existence itself. And when you can do that in the midst of the human experience, in the storm and chaos of emotions and all those kinds of things, if you can return to the truth of who you are, awareness or existence, or the sky and the clouds are passing by, emotional clouds are passing by, you can return to that. And you always have this deep-seated knowledge or understanding or inner peace that it is okay. Everything is okay. It is what it is. It's existence doing what existence does. And you can watch it and you can be aware of it and still have that deep-seated inner peace. Oh, good night, my mental. I love you, my friend. Good seeing you. Your vibe is peaceful AF. Thank you, my friend. Get up like 4 a.m. for the cabanas. Yeah, so it's dark when you're setting them up. Yeah, so during the school year, I have to get up super early on school days, like 3:30 in the morning. But now that we're out of school, thankfully, I can get up most days. On the weekends, I'll get up at like 5:30. Well, I mean, really, I get up about 5:15 because I do meditate in the morning typically, and then I go out. So, we're hitting the beach at 6:30, something like that on the weekends because I have a whole lot of cabanas. And then weekdays in the summer, like tomorrow, I only have one, surprisingly. So I'll probably start at 7:30 just to knock it out and get it done with. Yeah, I know, Victoria. Crazy. Christians are drawn to ex-Christians' lives like a bug zapper. Oh, man, that's great. There's so much truth in that. So they're no longer busting. They're no longer parrots. It's bugs to a bug zapper. Oh, man. What a true analogy. That's awesome. Buzz. We're not mocking, dude. You just, I've said 1,000 times tonight, no judgment. I do not care what you believe. I don't believe anything. And it's incredibly freeing if you can drop all beliefs and simply be now, here, now, in this moment, and realize who you really are behind the ego, behind the mask, behind conceptual mind, behind human concept and human beliefs. If you can just drop all of that, drop beliefs, because they're totally unnecessary. The belief in a God, the belief in your case, Jesus, the belief in those things are totally unnecessary. If all of that disappeared from everyone's minds and memories today, right now, reality wouldn't change. Life would go on just as it is now, but it's just totally unnecessary. I hate it. You can who someone by their action. You can who someone. Yeah, laughing is good for you. So you really don't. Actually, a piece of the knowledge you have shared, it blew my mind for somebody. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate that. Yeah, because I was in ministry for years. I have a Master's of Arts in Religion from Westminster Theological Seminary. I mean, I discovered myself intellectually that it isn't true. and that you can drop those beliefs and actually have or find or become the peace that you were looking for all along. And that is true. And I don't judge you for believing. I really don't. I don't judge you at all for believing what you believe. I've been there, I've done that, and it's okay. You are just as much existence as I am. We are the same, you and I. We aren't separate entities. We are the same existence. You're just doing it. You're just a wave over there waving, in a different way than I'm over here waving. But we're still the ocean. We're still the ocean of being, the ocean of existence. That's what we are. Cosmic energy, whatever you want to call it. That's what we are. And you're not separate from me. I'm not separate from you. You're just a wave over there believing things. I'm a wave over here not believing things. You're making about surfing. Guess what? I am going to Laguna Beach at the end of this month. It's booked and everything. I'm ready. Going to Laguna Beach, California. So I'm taking 2 California trips this summer. One is an Alan Watts pilgrimage, and that's going to happen a little bit later because I'm still waiting on access to Alan Watts' old house. I want to get access to his old house in Druid Heights. The other one, though, the first California trip I'm taking is the end of this month. I'm going to Laguna Beach. I have a cousin that lives in Laguna Beach, and we're going to stay like 2 blocks from him. And he's going to take me to San Onofre and Doheny and all these different places, or Trestles, and all these different places to surf, and I can't wait. Surf. I even read surf. Self-awareness is a way for healing than having spirits. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, having spirits. Self-awareness is the way of healing. I was humbled by the Most High. Seek Him with an open heart, He will answer. Well, that's a belief. There's no He to answer. That is simply a belief, and that's okay that you believe that. But we've gone beyond that. You're gonna be surfing big time. Exactly. You have 0 evidence Jesus does anything. That's why you aren't taken seriously. And that's true as well, because what's not going to happen is that Jesus will never come to your door and knock on your door. Like right now, I could say, Jesus, if you are real and alive and well, if you were truly resurrected and you're powerful, and I don't mean this, I'm not mocking you, my friend. I'm really, truly not. I'm just proving a point. If you are real and alive, knock on my door right now. Please knock on my door, and I will get up and answer it, and I will tell everyone who I've just met. But it's not going to happen. Like, I know it's not going to happen because it isn't. Like, it just isn't. It's human imagination. It's human belief. It's just human belief. You can mock him. But I'm not. I'm not mocking you. I'm really not, because I know. I have believed it wholeheartedly. I really have. And I know. I just know. I get it. But I don't, I'm not, won't come because you just, he won't come because you contradict yourself. No, that's not the reason he won't come. He won't come because, truly, he just isn't there. And perhaps you will realize it one day. I did, thankfully. And perhaps you won't. You may die believing that. I know you believe you will die believing that, but you may not. You never know. You have no idea what's going to happen in life. You have no idea what you will learn and the enlightenments that you may experience. I wish somebody would mocked me when That's funny. Yeah, there is an evolution to walk through and journey and experience. It's a contradiction, no heaven for you. Heaven is right here, right now, in this present moment, because that's all that exists. This, here, now, existence itself, right here, right now. 0. Yeah, that is, it's, I think they I know this is true. They say things because they need to be convinced themselves. And so that's, 9 out of 10 apologists, research shows, I'm joking about that, but apologists, normally, a lot of times apologists, a lot of the apologists I used to know as well, are apologists because they're always trying to convince themselves. They're always trying to learn more how to defend their faith because of their own doubts. And they'll say they don't doubt. They say they don't need to be convinced. But the truth is they do. They're filled with doubts. And so they become apologists, or they get on and they want to argue with other people who don't think like they do, because there's that element that they're seeking from others, that element of that element of convincing that they need from others as they're arguing, and they're learning all these arguments to convince themselves. They need to convince themselves, and that's the truth. But again, I'll say, you really, really, really need to, you don't need to. I shouldn't say that. You don't need to do anything. You don't have to do anything. But if you can discover how to drop those beliefs, just open your hands and drop them to the floor, forget about them, and be here now. Don't worry about heaven or hell. Don't worry about some external, and I'm going to say this because for me this is what it is, an imaginary being outside of this existence, because there is nothing outside of existence. There is existence only. There is existence, and you are that existence. You're not separate from it. If you can drop those beliefs, there's nothing to do. Yeah, nothing to do, so get with it, right? Drop those beliefs. There's nowhere to go. There's no one to be. There's nothing to do except here, right now, this. Be fully in this moment aware. And you don't need belief. You don't need belief at all. It suddenly becomes totally unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. Yeah. Yeah, Century now. Yeah, we'll no longer be outliers. So much freedom outside that box. Right. One of my favorite Alan Watts quotes. Right. Yeah. That's awesome. Sooner. So glad I walked away from Christianity. Right. Yeah. Same. I am too. I really am, because the journey the path that I've walked, I am absolutely content with, and there's no words. I can't even put it into words. Well, how long's it been? 1 hour and 3 minutes. Wrapping up my drink here. If a person is in a shit situation, would it be better to believe something or be in the moment? That's a good question. And to put it in those terms better, of course, that's going to be a conceptual way of thinking of it. So we can speak in those terms. I would say from a human perspective, experiential perspective, it would be better to be in the moment, because it is, that is where you're going to find that peace that you need anyway. Because once you realize who you really are, once you realize the inseparability between you and everything else around you, everything, put that in finger quotes, you and existence itself, that you aren't just this little you suffering in this moment. You are all of existence. Thank you. I love you guys. You are all of existence, the entirety, the whole. Then what is there to, how could we call it a shit situation, right? When you really have that understanding. So if you can get to that understanding, if you can get to that place of awareness, of understanding the nature of reality, of knowing who you really are behind the mask of the ego, if you can get to that place, it's much better. It's a much better place. to put it in better or worse terms, which are human conceptual terms. I would say from that perspective, it's better. You should take presence I experienced on that road trip. Oh, cool. Separated, right. Go make another drink. You're still, yeah, you don't need sleep. Separation's the illusion. We're all connected, exactly. That is the illusion. Coming from a youngster, right? That is the illusion. When that illusion of separation crumbles, dissolves, and disappears, and you realize who you are, you really are, then you do realize as well that all of your problems are caused by that illusion of separation. Every single problem that has ever existed has its source in the illusion of separation. If we're all connected, we have no free will. Like, free will is a human concept. It's just a concept. It's just a belief. It's just a conceptual mind. Free will, determinism. We are beyond. You're beyond that. The real you, who you really are, is beyond the concepts of free will and determined. Those things don't make any sense when you are awake, when you're in this present moment. Because in this moment, there's no future, there's no past, there is only now. So what does free will and determination have to do with now that is all that exists? What does free will determination have to do with existence itself when there is only existence? Free will implies separation. Like there is a will acting against another will. Determinism implies separation. There's one thing determining another. So there's an outside force determining this or that or whatever it is. Those are just human concepts. You don't have to believe in those human concepts. See, he doesn't believe in free will. You're right, I don't believe in anything. I've said that. I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in free will. I don't believe in determinism. You have to believe in those things. And you don't have to believe anything. You can drop all belief and be here in this moment, which is all that exists. But what if you have really good seats for a concert next week? How are you supposed to stay in the now? You still plan, you still look forward to those things, but you're fully aware of the present moment. So, those plans are taking place in the present. So our mind, we're never not in the present. That's the thing. So even when we're making plans, when we're thinking of the future and we're thinking of the past, we're not doing that in the past. We're not doing that in the future. We're doing those things in the present. Those thoughts of the future are just present thoughts, imagining the future. The thoughts of the past are just present thoughts, retelling the past. So there's nothing wrong with planning and knowing what you're like. I'm getting up tomorrow morning and I'm going to set up a cabana and I'm going to come home and I'm going to, have Bodie, my son, and then we're going to hang out, probably, whatever. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. And then later I'm going to pick up the cabana. So I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. There's always, it may not happen that way, but I'm planning on that. But I'm also fully present, fully aware that I'm present. So because I'm planning the future, I'm not attached to that future. I'm not fully engulfed in those thoughts of the future. It's more like I'm observing those plans. I'm observing the thoughts of those plans, and I'm watching those thoughts, but I'm aware, fully aware of the present moment, that it's all happening in the present. Makes sense. Good. I know I missed a lot of comments. I can't scroll back. I think I'll stick with Jesus over this, and you're perfectly free to stick with Jesus over this. It's a belief, as long as you know that it's a belief, and it's a human concept. It's a belief in the beliefs of ancient human beings. That's okay. If you're okay with that, then be okay with that, and that's okay. I won't judge you for that. You're free to believe whatever you want, because that's what you believe. You believe you're free to believe whatever you want. But actually what you are is existence, moving and playing in the form of you believing these things. And so it really doesn't matter. It doesn't offend me that you believe what you believe, and it shouldn't offend you that I don't believe what you believe. God, out of all the comments, you read that one. I know I'm just like catching a couple of comments here and there. And the plants outside. Many of us who are awakening. Right, yes. Oh, and I caught your comment saying out of all the comments, you read that one. The goal is to observe, not absorb. I like that. And you don't even have to think of it as a goal, just, but if that helps, that, yeah, definitely. I like that. Yeah, observe, not absorb. That's good stuff. Observe, not get absorbed and attached. Exactly. This sort of thinking feels expansive. It is. I love that because it is. It opens your entire identity up to existence itself. You are existence. It's expansive in that it includes everything. It holds, it is everything. It is everything. Oh, good, Vic. That's a good thing to put it in those terms. Good. Feeling a lot more like I did when I first met y'all years ago. Nice. Returning home, returning to your true self. Glad to hear you're meditating. Thank you. Need to get back to it. Yeah, it's been completely, just really consistent this year, and I'm really enjoying it. Returning to presence, that's what it feels like. Yeah, I like it. Love it. There are many of us who are awakening to these truths. Yes. On that note, I feel like I'm gonna be able to fine go. I feel like I'm gonna be able to go live more often now. Summer's busy for me because of the business, but weekends are super busy. So I don't know that I'll go live on weekends very often, but weeknights. Okay, I will. If I don't call you, call me. I really am super busy on the weekends, but if what you're about to do. That's hilarious. You should. I love this. Awesome. Thank you. Just when it gets good. Do you still have any drink? Nope, it's empty. It's all gone. And it was really good stuff, man. It's Trip Mindful Blend. That's pretty cool. So it's like it says peach ginger lightly sparkling drink, mindful botanicals. So it's got lion's mane, magnesium, L-theanine, ashwagandha. That's good stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. Perhaps it made me more mindful and alive. Higher consciousness, higher frequency, higher vibration. We attract things that match. You're parched. I am going to try to go live more often. I really am. Because I do think over the summer, I think I'll be able to. So maybe not so much the weekends, but probably during the week. Energy flows. We are a vibrational match for our realities. Yeah, all of existence is vibration, isn't it? Oh, here I am. I'm trying to wrap it up, and we're going to get into more discussion. All of vibration is, all of existence, everything is vibration. It is vibrations, or it's energy, or it's, there are all kinds of ways to think of it and put it into words. It's just, really what it comes down to is it's impossible to put into words. So we have to come up with all these different analogies and terms and concepts as well to try to put it into words, and it's just impossible. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I am the vibrations. You are spot on, my friend. Thank you for sharing your light. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. This is great. I love you guys. Thank you all for being here. It's so good to, All of you guys together. We're all together again tonight. This is awesome. Yeah, thank you, dude. I love you, my friend. The cosmic joke. We forget who we are. Exactly. The cosmic joke. And that is the cosmic joke. This little me, this little ego. What a joke. Good to see you too, my friend. Good night, Christopher. Love you too. He's trying to go live every night again. I'm going live more. You have a good one too. Love you, Tasha. Vic, everybody. Put this on YouTube. I will. I'll put it on YouTube and also link it on my website as well. Because I usually put my latest lives on the front page of my website, rickquestionsthings.com. I sure will. Thank you, J. Ben. All right. I love you guys. Yeah, shakas. Good night, Bo, my friend. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. I'm going to end my YouTube stream first this time. I always end the TikTok first, and my hairy arm goes right across the camera. All right, I love you guys. Ricky Rick. Hello. I'm signing off. I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Not much. Send me a message. Bye, guys.